Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin and welcome back to another Fortnite Battle Royale tips and tricks video. In tonight's video, I'm going to be talking about 5 reasons why you may not be improving as fast as you should be in Fortnite Battle Royale. Basically, I always see this sort of talk or comments where people say, hey, I play the game a lot, I watch tips and tricks videos from you and other YouTubers, but I'm just not getting better. Why is that? And I thought about it and I've written down 5 reasons why I think that these reasons are big reasons why a lot of people aren't improving, or why a lot of people at least aren't improving at the fastest speed that they possibly could be. And by telling these reasons, I think it will help people hone in and focus in on what they want to accomplish and where they want to get to and be in Fortnite in terms of a skill level, you know, because we're all different skills, but everyone wants to be the best version of themselves, I guess you could say. So if you guys could drop a like on this video, I would very, very much appreciate that. Smack that like button. Let's go ahead and go for 1,500 likes. I know it is quite a bit to ask for, but if we could hit that, that would be absolutely fantastic. Also, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and not already subscribed. Be sure to hit that notification bell so you can have the chance to get first on all of my future videos, and use my supporter creator code TheGoblinYT. So all 5 of these reasons, I'm going to go through them one by one, not in any particular order. The first one that I wrote down is one of the reasons why you may not be getting better or improving as fast in Fortnite Battle Royale is because I see this with a lot of more beginner players or even more casual players that really don't have the skill set to play for wins, but still play for the wins. So what I mean by that is, let's say if you're a new player to the game, a lot of people that are new players to the game, they get that symptom of wanting to get wins. They want their first win, their second win, 5 wins. They want to be able to brag to their friends. So in order to get wins, they think that by hiding, of course, that will give them the best chance for the win. But players that play very safe or that hide when their skill level isn't the best is really not the way to do it. Honestly, the way to do it if you want to improve is to go for fights, land tilted towers, land on some hop drops, take 1v1s with your friends in creative mode with friends of around the same skill level. You're not going to improve fast, or you're not going to improve very quickly at all, if any, if you're not going for these fights, if you're not engaging in these build battles, and it's going to happen. You're going to get whooped. I know a lot of people are probably beginner players that are afraid to go to tilted towers. You're going to get spanked over and over, but that's how you can really get better at the game. Let's say if you hide and you come into the top 10, most likely you're just going to get beat by a good player in that top 10 over and over and over again. You might sneak out one win that you can brag to your friends about, but if you spent all that time that you spent hiding or playing slow, playing and practicing to get your skills up, and then once your skills are at a decent level where you feel comfortable, then you can sort of play any sort of different play style that you want. But that's my advice, is definitely if you're trying to improve at the game, hiding is not really the way to do it. It's just taking constant fights and not really worrying about the end result, worrying more about the process, I guess you could say. Second reason why a lot of people aren't improving is people aren't analyzing their deaths. People are dying, and whether you're making an excuse or you're just saying, oh, that sucks, that was a crappy situation, a lot of the times, yes, you're going to get third-partied, you're going to get in just such an unlucky situation where the other player got this weapon, you had that weapon, but a lot of the times when you're dying, there are some things that you can correct. Maybe you got sniped and you overpeaked, maybe you didn't put a build in there, maybe you lost the build fight at this specific angle, you missed one of your builds. So analyzing your deaths, and even if you want to take it another step further, analyzing every time you win a fight even, but you take damage. Why is that happening? Are you okay with that happening? And especially when you're dying, notice trends. One thing that happened with me, this is something that I think really can help people improve. Just think about it for a week. Every time you die, make a mental note. What did I die from? And you'll start to realize most people have, I guess you could say, kryptonites, and they're dying to the same stuff over and over and over again. So if you're losing every time you go into a build fight, you probably need to work on your build skills. If you're losing every time you're fighting with a sniper, you should probably stop using the sniper or stop challenging snipers. If you're not covering your sides, you're dying to fall damage, maybe you should carry gliders. There's fixes and counters for everything in this game, and analyzing when you're taking damage and when you're dying is the number one thing that you need to figure out what's going on, because every player is unique and every situation is unique, and once you figure that out, then you can make the step and the process and to start thinking of counters or ways to prevent those deaths from happening. If you're dying, let's say some player dies 30% 30% to the same thing over and over. And if that's something that's fixable, you can take down 30% of your deaths just by doing that. It's all about analyzation and just being able to, you have to have that willingness to want to get better, and you have to take that time to not only when you're playing the game, but you have to also be playing in your head basically and thinking, why did I die there? What happened there? Analyzing the fights. Take a second after every single time you die. Think about it, what happened. Don't dwell on it though. Everyone makes mistakes, and then move on and try to figure out counters and different stuff like that. Next, the third reason why people aren't improving at this game. There is no excuse to not be good at building in this game because creative mode is your friend. And I wrote down here, creative and YouTube are your friend. So the number one way that pretty much anyone can get good at building nowadays in 2019, it's really easy. You go into creative mode and you can look up videos on YouTube. I have videos for build tricks, starting from beginner to advanced, different stuff like that. They're all over YouTube. You basically want to everyone's at different stages. So if you're someone that's a really good builder, but you want to learn how to do a double reinforce or a double pyramid or a pyramid and flat above and go through that, or different stuff like that, go into creative and practice that. You'll notice a lot of the top tier players, they spend a lot of time in creative, which looks like just screwing around, but it's testing things, it's understanding, it's staying up to date with the meta, and that actually is very, very important. So honestly, if you're not that good of a builder, it's all good, bro. You have an opportunity where creative mode, if you don't know, you can go in there and you have unlimited materials. You can practice building at any speed in a lobby by yourself all damn day long. And because of that feature, I honestly say that's why there's not too much of an excuse to not be good at building. If you're not good, you can practice, and if you don't know what to practice, you can obviously look that up or figure out different things at the stages that you're at. Of course, most people that don't want to take that time and improve, it's not going to happen. But this video is talking about reasons why people aren't improving, and don't be stubborn and think that you always need to be going for wins or always doing that. Taking even 20 minutes out of your day every day to build, or an hour every week to look up new strategies and expand on them, give them a test, will elevate your game to the next level. And especially if you're on a level where you don't think that you're an above average builder, I can't stress this enough. Go to creative mode, put that time in. It doesn't take as much time as you think to get developing a rhythm and to figure out, okay, this is how you do a 90, this is how you do this, and of course for more advanced players to go on and even do more stuff with that. So creative is your friend, and creative and YouTube, whether you have let's say a guide up on your phone and then you're looking up at your PS4 and you're like, okay, that's how you do that. You got to figure it out, right? Step by step, but all of the information and that is available. So first reason, let's go through the first three again. First reason is people that are hiding, not really taking as many fights. Fight to improve. Number two, analyze your deaths. Analyze when you're taking damage. Think about it. Don't make an excuse. Sometimes it's valid. Sometimes, oh, there were 7 people there, I died. There wasn't much I could do. It was just I was in a bad position. But you can still learn from that. Okay, maybe I don't want to go into that position again, or I understand the risk reward of that position. And then the third one, building. Creative is definitely the way to go with that. Number 4, the fourth reason why people aren't improving as a player. What I wrote down here is you need to understand yourself or learn yourself as a player. You need to understand your strengths, your weaknesses, your playstyle, and what to carry in every scenario. Think the game. A lot of people have a different version in their head than the reality. A lot of people think, oh, I'm a really good sniper because you hit 1 or 2 snipes, a week ago and it was a crazy quick scope. But be honest with yourself. When you have that sniper, is that helping you more than gliders? Is that helping you more than this or that or a launcher? And it's different for a person-to-person basis. For example, myself, I understand myself as a player. My strengths is I'm fairly decent at rushing players with a shotgun, I guess you could say, right? So I know that, okay, I want to get a good shotgun. I want to have extra heals because I'm going to take damage with that. I want to be engaging in these close-range build fights, different things like that. I also understand some of my weaknesses. I'm not the best editor of all time, and I'm not the best sniper. I don't pick up snipers. That's just something that I don't do. If I wanted to improve on editing, that's just like building. Creative mode, you can do the same thing with that. Editing can be built on top of that, and that's something that, of course, comes after. I would say learn building first and then try to work on editing, which is something that I'm trying to work on more and more as of right now. But that's the thing. Understand yourself as a player and be honest with yourself. What works? Once you understand that, you can figure out, okay, I'm a builder. I like to take my time, farm up, build, carry the glider so I don't have to worry about fall damage. Or I'm not a builder. I suck at building, but I have a wicked sniper shot. I'm going to carry a sniper every time, and that's going to be my key. Understanding yourself as a player helps you to understand how to play, your strengths and weaknesses. And then, of course, with weaknesses, you can either, some of the things like snipers, you can avoid or correct or improve on those by practicing with them. And then coming in at number 5 of one of the reasons why people aren't improving at this game, it is just the fact that people aren't putting in the willingness to improve. Just playing the game and putting in hours that doesn't do it. You have to eliminate distractions, improve your mental focus, and be in that right mindset that, okay, I'm playing today, and I'm of course playing to have fun. At the end of the day, it's Fortnite, it's a video game. You're playing to have fun, but you're also playing to improve. For example, when I first started playing Fortnite, I was just basically squads with my buddies. We'd have fun every night, we'd play. We were all decent, but we weren't super good or anything like that. And that was because, you don't really analyze your deaths or think about it when you're chilling in a Discord with your homies and just playing the game, right? When I really honed in and got my skills better is when I started going into those solos and doing these things that I'm talking about on this list. Going Tilted Towers and getting your butt kicked. I did that. That happened to me way back months ago, whatever. But when Tilted Towers first came out, and then you got to improve over time. Analyzing your deaths, I can't stress that one enough. Creative mode, of course, any good player practices in creative mode, and then understanding yourself and eliminating distractions. Getting yourself in that right mindset. It's not enough just to watch the video, not understand any of the information, hop on the game and play for 10 hours. You're not going to get better. Working smart versus working hard. And at the end of the day, it's a game and having fun. But I think these are some of the reasons that are really holding people back. And I can't stress enough, if you want to improve on building, different things like that, creative mode. If you want to improve on fighting, either 1v1ing friends of around the same skill level, that's a really good way to do it, or just dropping Tilted Towers or hot drops. You can get constant action in that, like solos. And don't worry about your win percent. Don't worry about anything like that. If you're trying to improve, you should focus on that. And then whatever you want to do can come later once you've gotten those skills up or you're at a comfortable skill position. I guess if that kind of makes sense. Of course, the game is Fortnite. There's always room for everyone to keep improving. And that's what makes this game so good. Everyone is on different levels. But I think these tips can sort of apply to people of all different levels. Because once you get good, sometimes you'll get complacent. But this game is constantly evolving. And the meta and people are just constantly getting better and better and better. And you have to stay ahead of the curve, or at least even with the curve. If you fall behind, you can get yourself in some pretty tough scenarios. Anyway, hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, smack a like on the thing. I would very much appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and not already subscribed. I'll see you in the next one, and I'm out. Peace.